It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream into your home right now or into your office, or maybe as you're watching on your mobile device or your iPad, or if you're listening on a podcast. Thank you. Hope you can hear my voice nice and clear. Or maybe you're on one of the on-demand streaming platforms, Roku, Apple TV, any of them. Thank you so much. My promise is this will be a good use of your time. And the number one reason you show up for the CEO Sales Huddle is to have a conversation with your sales department so we can get the sales department to $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever revenue you're earning today. You take a moment as a CEO, check in with your sales department, the sales strategy, the sales message, the sales process, the sales system, so you can get the company to $100,000 plus over and beyond whatever you earn today, a month of income. And every morning we start off with our philosophy, and our philosophy is success leaves clues. And it's a very simple phrase, but yet a powerful phrase. Although it's a philosophy we've adopted, we do know this: if someone else has done it, so can we. So every morning we look at a case study. We look at a CEO. We look at the challenges they face. In many cases, we'll look at some of the successes they've had, and we say, wait a minute, how can I adapt those best practices for my sales department? Because if success leaves clues, there's got to be footprints out there that we can walk into. So I'm excited. Welcome. So let's get started. So in the ever-changing world of fashion, we'll start with our business case. Brands are always looking for ways to stand out. And FitFlop, known for its comfortable and footwear, faced a challenge. How could they attract a younger, fashion-forward audience while maintaining their core values of comfort and health? You see, the market, think about it, FitFlop had already become oversaturated. Sound familiar? How many CEOs have faced that challenge? Oversaturated market. Why? Because everyone had a very similar shoe. And so distinguishing themselves and standing out from the competition, well, that was a challenge, a real big challenge. So FitFlop's struggle was not unique. Matter of fact, during the pandemic, they had $50 million in shoes on boats that were headed to stores that were closed. And during that time, they realized that their ideal market, their target market priorities had shifted. And they shifted from just having shoes to mental wellness and an overly comfortable office attire. So they had to change their sales message. They had to adjust their sales strategy. They had to find a unique selling proposition inside of what they were already doing. And this shift presented both a problem, every CEO faces, and an opportunity. Now, interesting, FitFlop discovered that while 30 to 40-year-olds were their primary client, so that was their ideal client, their product was also very popular amongst the kids. Oh, check this out. So how could FitFlop leverage the insight, their sales message, the sales strategy, the sales process? How could they have a unique selling proposition that continued to speak to the kids or the younger generation? Let's call them that. So FitFlop's answer was very strategic. They changed the sales strategy. And what they decided to do is say, why don't we collaborate? Why don't we find someone out there that's also speaking directly to the kids, has the same message, has the same mission, goals, and objectives as us, and then why don't we partner? And what they did is they partnered with a fashion designer, Roxanda. Now, they developed a collection that merged style and comfort. Now, this was totally in alignment with their sales message, with their sales strategy, with their sales system. And they came out with a marketing campaign that really overlaid the sales message, and that was smart moves. And it was targeting their audience, younger consumers, by emphasizing active wear. The lesson here for sales and CEOs is clear. Leveraging unexpected partnerships, looking at collaborations so you can work together. Success is a team sport. You've heard that before. I love to say it, but you can only get so far by yourself. So the importance of a flexible sales system, that's my big takeaway, is that when the market shifts, when your ideal client's needs shift, whether it's you changing your sales message, you adjusting your sales strategy as a CEO, or whether it's time to collaborate and partner with other folks who have the same mission, goals, and objectives, so it brings a fresh perspective to what you're doing or another solution to the sales strategy that you have, Well, if you do like FitFlop, you'll be able to stay ahead of the game. Remember, the art of sale isn't about selling shoes. That's not what FitFlop is all about. It's about selling comfort. That's the sales message. It's about the sales strategy, making sure that they still look good and are active. And when you do that, guess what you see? You'll see your sales go up, 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 up and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to broadcast and stream directly into your home. Every morning we get started the exact same way. We get started with our mantra. And our mantra is really 3 simple words. I know it's easy as it sounds. It's so simple. And here it is. Focus on sales. So as a CEO, you're looking over at your sales department, and I'm sharing with you a message this morning that says, focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. In fact, repeat those words after me as you take time this morning. And that's what the whole CEO Sales Huddle is about. It's about focusing on sales. Say that out loud. Focus on sales. Here's the big reason why. Because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. The message I want you to walk away with, hopefully is loud and clear and you're hearing it. And here it is. Selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Now, also as a CEO, every single morning, we have to take a step back. We got to take a look at our sales department and say, well, what is our pledge to the sales department as the CEO, as the leader of the sales department? And it's 3 easy words, but hard to implement. And that is learn, earn, and return. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And then we go and look at our objectives. And here's why we get together. We look at 3 areas every single morning. Those 3 areas we have as our objectives are sales progress. So we want to progress every single day. Sales roadblocks. What roadblocks are out there that could block us? And then also to step back and review the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1 is you must have a 1-page CEO plan. That's a sales plan. Number 2, you must understand your sales cycle from the time they start to the time they end. Number 3 is you must have a sales message. What's the message that we're going to communicate? Number 4 is the CEO dashboard. Man, what is it? What is it? What is the dashboard? What are the indicators that we're going to measure? Because we know what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And then more importantly, if it's not the most important part, is having a 7-figure sales team. Now, for those folks who are tuning in, you tune in every single morning, thanks so much for joining in. We appreciate it. Look below the video. I love to connect with you. You can see me, but I can't see you. Wouldn't it be great for you and I to connect? So do me a favor if you can. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and just put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're here, you're in the conversation, you're in this message right now. Or if you're watching the replay, because you can't be here every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I can respect that. So go ahead and put down hashtag replay. And if you happen to be on one of the broadcast streaming platforms because you can't be here live or you're listening to the podcast, you can't write that down, do me a favor, head over to @IamChayBrown, @IamChayBrown, and then drop me a DM. Let me know you're in the conversation. Let me know that you're here. Now, here's what we do know. The question comes up, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster, easier, different, with less effort. And our big why is about sales growth, accountability, and consistency. So it's how can we be consistent? Well, the way to be consistent every single morning is you tune in for 15 minutes. Now you think about it, there's 1,440 minutes in every day. We're asking you to step back, slow down, and be in this conversation for 1% of the day. Now you might be thinking, Shay, what does 1% of the day do for me? Well, 1% of the day allows you to generate more leads. 1% of the day allows you to allocate the resources to the right areas of your sales department. 1% of the day allows you to build a sales department that brings in consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. That's what 1% of the day does. But we have a goal, so it's not just about you being here. And our goal when you show up is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. So you're in this conversation. As a result of being in this conversation, you're able to generate an extra $100,000 a month over and beyond whatever you would want to earn today. But then the next question comes up. Well, say, wait a minute. How do I know if I'm on track? How do I measure it? How do I manage it? We do have a philosophy. I'm glad you asked. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed, isn't it a miracle how it gets better? Let's go take a look at it. There's 5 key components that every CEO needs to know to really understand. And those key components are leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So those are 5 indicators. So one of the things we did is we went out and we built a CEO sales dashboard. You can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com and you can download it. When you download it, it's going to look like this. It's an Excel sheet. And you can take the Excel sheet, which is really cool, go across the top, find today's date. For this is your first time. Come down and then look at how many appointments came into your database yesterday. Look at the categories. How many leads went into your database yesterday? Of those leads, how many leads did you decide to qualify in your database yesterday? Let's go down a little longer. How many offers did you make in your business yesterday? You see, the philosophy is what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And so let's do a deep dive. We went down to repeat business. Now, I can pick any category. You can go ahead and customize this Excel sheet, by the way. You can go ahead and put your number 1 product there, and that's pretty cool. And you can track your first product, your second product, or your third product. But let's take a look right now at repeat business, because we know that when you're able to get current clients to make additional purchase, you save 80% of your cost acquiring a new client, or every 80 cents of a dollar you normally spend trying to get a new client. So let's go to repeat business. Number 1, look at how many people bought a new product. So if I'm an Apple user, which I believe an Apple product, if I'm an Apple user and I decide to go in and I have an iPhone and I decide I'm going to buy a MacBook Pro, that's a new product. So how many folks bought a new product? Then how many folks bought existing products? So if I already have an iPhone, using that example, and I decide I'm going to purchase a case or cover, a protector in the front, that's an existing product that I bought from my iPhone. Or some of you have membership subscriptions. You do something one time and your labor is no longer involved. How cool is that? Man, that's really amazing, isn't it? So let's take a look at that as well. Now, the other side that we look at after we measure it and see what's going on with the business is we don't beat ourselves up. We celebrate our wins, because powerful people ask powerful questions, because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So question number 1 is, what are you most proud of? Question number 2 is, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? Number 3, what do you really want to brag about? Like, you can't wait to brag. You want to raise your hand and brag loud and proud that, look, I did this yesterday. I did the doggone thing. Powerful people ask powerful questions. You're the CEO. This is all on you. Now let's go to the other side. We know there's going to be some hurdles. We talked about that in the case study we had this morning. So our question is, how are we going to handle those hurdles? Every day is not going to be rainbows, cupcakes, and unicorns. There's going to be some challenges. So let's take a look at some of the challenges that we may have in the business. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Question number 1, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Number 2, what's preventing you today from moving forward? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move the business forward? Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. My message of the day is focus on setting appointments. You see, in business, nothing happens without an appointment. I would advise you to go back and take a look at the CEO sales dashboard and really measure and manage that part. Now, some of your appointments are one-to-one. I get that. Some of your appointments are one-to-many. I get that. Some of you are still doing face-to-face. Some of you do it through the power of a video sales letter. Here's what I want you to do. We know that when you have an opportunity to get in front of folks and find their problem, maybe what they're looking to achieve, and you can at least say, here's how you do it, then you're more likely to serve more people. So use that as the message of the day. My message of the day is focus on setting more appointments. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home. We appreciate it, by the way. We know you can spend your time doing other things, but you're focusing on the sales department. We're having this conversation so we can build that department with the sales strategies, the sales processes, the sales sequences, and the sales systems that you really need to take it to a whole nother level. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, up, and up. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. Peace. Make it a great day, and, well, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time.